Praise the Lord. Hope you're having a blessed day today. Let's get into our next devotion here. And I just want to say a little something about Veterans Day. Veterans Day is coming up, and actually Veterans Day is on every year. It's on the 11th of November. This year it falls out on Monday. And I know it's a day that is a national holiday. Most, schools is out, the mail doesn't run, banks are closed, and all of those different things. And a lot of people are off on Veterans Day. My wife will be out of school on Veterans Day. She won't have to work that day, and so a lot of people are off that day. And sometimes we don't realize why we're off that day. It's kind of like Memorial Day. We take it, Memorial Day's a long weekend, and I guess this year, because Veterans Day falls out on Monday, people will take a long weekend and vacation and do this and all the other things, not realizing sometimes why we have this day. Veterans Day is to remember those that have served in our armed forces. Memorial Day is to commemorate those who died in their service for their country. Veterans Day, we remember all those who served very bravely, and many of them come home hurt and wounded. Thank God that they came home and were able to continue their life. But we need to stop and remember our veterans. On our sign out in front of the church, we've got something out there that talks about veterans. And we got the flag flying out there. We have that flying all the time out there. But when we think about veterans, it's we just don't appreciate them near enough, I guess. Living right here so close to Camp Lejeune, I'm just surrounded by so many veterans. And just through the years of pastoring this church for over 26 years, I've done many veterans funerals over the years. And many times seen the military honors given at a funeral, the playing of taps, the folding of flags, the 21 gun salute, all of these things. And I'm gonna tell you what, every time it just rips at your heart and tugs at your heart. It's an amazing thing. And sometimes we wait too late to thank veterans. And I'm not saying that every single day. I don't think veterans every single day won't sit there and want you to come up to them, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, we could stop and at least think on that day about those who have served and who are serving. We have men all over this world that's serving right now. Men who have served all over this world in the previous years. And we heard a lot in this last election. The last election, we heard a lot about my body, my choice. We've seen those ads over and over and over again. But I want you to think about this. And I know that that's, another subject. It's about abortion. And how many men, millions of men, were drafted? Whole life. Just pulled right out from under them. No choice, no nothing, just gone. Many of them went off to war. They fought in wars from the Civil War right on up through, current day fighting. And millions and millions. Now, we're not doing a draft right now. If another big war, bad war broke out, we very well could be doing the draft again. But men didn't have a choice. You was 18, you enlisted for the draft, and you got drafted. You went and pulled your time. And many of them, they pulled their time and they didn't come back. We need to stop and think about those things. We need to stop and think about those that gave up 2 lives. They gave up the life that they had, and then they gave up the life they would have. Thank God for our veterans. Thank God for those who served. And thank God that they went and heeded the call and said, yes, I'll go. They were called into duty. They went in service for their country, their nation, and defended their families, defended their homeland. They defended the Constitution. They defended America. They defended your rights to free speech, your rights to protest, your rights to picket, your rights to go worship, your rights to assembly. They defended these rights. Very oftentimes with little things. God bless our veterans. God bless those who were willing to sacrifice themselves, who said yes when they were called. So God bless our veterans. God bless those veterans that are wounded today, that are hurting. We have so many that are wounded and hurting. They suffer from all sorts of problems, physically, mentally. Many of our veterans come back, and I don't have the exact number in front of me, but many of them have taken their own life because they just can't handle the things they've went through. We need to stop and remember and thank God for those who have served. So when you're enjoying your day tomorrow and on Monday, whenever you listen to this, when you're enjoying your Veterans Day, just remember there was someone that had to serve time. They had to give their life. They had to give their freedom. If they give up their freedom for your freedom, they took themselves out of what they would have been doing to what they were doing defending the country. They did this so we could have freedom and liberty. So you and I could eat our hot dog and our hamburger and do all of those wonderful things that we do on these days, vacation and all of that. Stop what you're doing. Take time. Pray for your veterans. Pray for our veterans. Remember them. God bless our veterans today. We love them and we hope them well always. And may God's blessings be upon you today, tomorrow, and forever. Thank you for listening to this, and I can get emotional when I think about the veterans and what they've done. You take time and honor it the way you feel you should, but honor them somehow. God bless you. Have a great day.